Is it Crystal Rollins?
Rollins, yes.
Ma'am, you charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 20th, 2024, the officer was dispatched in regard to an intoxicated driver. The caller stated the defendant's motor vehicle was failing to maintain a single marked lane and almost hit a wall and struck multiple curbs. The caller pursued the vehicle for approximately 5.36 miles before the officers arrived. Upon arrival, the officer made contact with the defendant, who stated she was sorry and advised she did not know where she was. The officer observed the defendant with unsteady balance and appeared disoriented. Center field sobriety tests were performed, HGN 4 out of 6, and the defendant was unable to follow instructions on the walk and turn and refused to conduct the test. DICs were read but refused. Blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Okay, any priority to be honest?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Rollins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
Okay. Do you run a license? All right. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes.
I'm not asking much. Just don't consume alcohol, illegal drugs. That's it. Now I see that you do have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but just stay in touch with Ms. Turner and she'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. For now, we'll just have you sign a reset, get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're welcome to wait for your lawyer back. Okay?
Thank you.
Please. Good morning, Mr. Surovic. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. So you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Okay. On November 22nd, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it travel at a high rate of speed, 70 to 75 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer noticed the defendant with red, watery eyes and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. The officer further saw the defendant was slow to react and was swaying side to side. Center field sobriety test was performed, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.153 and 0.155.
Got it. Any priority to be honest?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Surovic, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Does he have a Texas driver license? Alex. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Sir.
All right, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
I see that you have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. So I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. Just stay in touch with Mr. Nelson, and they'll tell you when you have to come back to court. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're welcome to wait for your lawyer back. All right, please.
Next judge is page 1. Ayala, come on up.
You are Walter Ayala. Do you speak English or no? Okay, Mr. Ayala, you're charged with driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officer conducted a traffic stop after the defendant failed to move over or slow down while the officer was conducting a previous traffic stop. While running the defendant's license, the officer found the license was returned as not eligible, and the defendant had a previous conviction of DWI in 2003.
What was the stop?
He failed to move over or slow down while the officer was conducting a traffic stop.
All right, Mr. Ayala, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You're not allowed to drive. Do not drive. If you want to drive, go get your license, get liability insurance. But until that point, you will be signing an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. Do you understand? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire lawyers. So first I'll have you come up here, swear test that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria, sign a reset, and then you're out of here. When you come back, let's have a lawyer, sir.
All right, Judge, next is page 4. Beck, Brianna.
Come up, Mr. Barahona.
We had the BVR, but looking at the whole case as well, even if he wins the BVR, he still has a case pending. We've worked out a deal on the case where we hope you would accept the plea deal.
Yeah. Is it 30 days? Yes.
I'd like to do that.
You know, the thing that you need to understand is from now on, you won't be with me anymore. You will be in felony court. No matter how old you are, no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing, the only thing that officers look at, they look at you, they smell you, and they look at your record. And if they see anything funky, all you're going to end up doing is in felony court. And if you thought it was bad here, wait till you get to felony court. It doesn't get easier. It only gets worse. And over there, they have a lot more resources than I do, and they can keep you for a long time. So if I were you, even if you've had a sip, I wouldn't get into a car because you're taking a humongous risk and it's not worth it. You understand?
I understand.
The agreement that you guys have worked out is 30 days in jail. You work out this agreement where, you know, do your time, you get out. This is another proverbial slap on the wrist because it's not like you're doing that much time. But the problem is that you're young. I mean, what are you, 33 now, 35?
27.
27, and now you have 2 DWIs on your record. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. Shh. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no going back. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
You plead to the offense?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty, send you to 30 days in jail. How much credit does he have? It's 4 days credit. So is he gonna go in now?
Judge, I would request you allow him to turn himself in before 6.
Okay, I'm okay with
Would
it.
you do that? Okay.
But don't use and don't show up late, because if you show up at 6:01, 6:05, they're not gonna take you. And we're gonna have a whole other set of issues. So just remember, don't get into a car. It's not hard, you know?
Yeah.
An Uber, $20, $30, anywhere you want to go, man. No matter how, you know, start using that. All right.
All right.
I'm going to suspend your license for a year. I have to suspend it. I'm going to do it for a year. Don't drive until you get a license. All right. And then we'll just have you turn in by 6 p.m.
Judge, so he'll turn himself in by 6. The second thing is, would you consider waiving the Supermax fine? I'm appointed on his case.
I get it, but I mean, it's, how do we, you know?
Well, I think one of the options is if he's been appointed, he's been found indigent, so he should be found indigent for the purposes of that also.
I continue to reward Mr. Barahona when he's continued to violate one way or the other.
Well, it's not a reward, Judge. He's indigent. He's indigent. Judge, he qualifies. He's indigent.
Do for a living. You work, you're a painter.
I'm a painter.
Yeah, how much money you make a month?
It depends on the season, you know, from November to February, it's usually very slow and starts to pick up around springtime. And I'm an independent contractor, so it just depends how that year goes for me.
What do you think?
I think it will just defer to the court.
I'll tell you, Mr. Barahona, you're not going to see me anymore. You pick up any new cases, you're going to be up there. All right, I'll waive it. Okay. All right, man. Good luck to Mr. Barahona.
Thank you.
Hold on. He has an enhancement.
I don't think the enhancement changes the deal though, Judge.
It might be just the prior DWI. That's it, not to make it 90. Is it true that you had a prior DWI in 2019?
Yes.
Okay, true to the enhancement. It's not going to make it 90.
Right,
Okay,
it's still
all right.
30. Okay.
Okay, good luck, sir.
I spoke with the state. They got to talk to their chief about whether or not they're going to dismiss it because they can't talk it out. But she told me to put it on for the end of the week.
Okay.
The state. So are you going to keep him or?
Can you bring Mr. Shelby out, please? Lori, if it ever hits 1% again, I'm ordering him as a condition of his bond to have it over 1%. And if I find that it hits 1% again, then I'm going to take it. And that's it.
He said he was only charging it once a day, and I told him right before he went to bed, and I told him you need to charge it 3 times a day.
I don't know how often you got to
I
charge.
don't know either, but if I say 3 times a day, it'll be fine.
You only need to charge it once a day for a minimum of an hour to keep it at a good battery percentage. And then if he's having any trouble, he's more than welcome to always go over to pretrial services and we can get it checked out.
Okay.
If it's malfunctioning in some
Whoa.
sort, but we.
When he comes out, tell him. He needs to hear
I can send them over
this.
there, they can read over all the instructions.
Okay, I think that would be good.
You need to understand one thing, Mr. Shelby. You don't have
3 strikes. The judge makes it clear. 1 more bond violation sends him straight back to jail.
Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I am now ordering you to have your ankle monitor over 1% charged. And if it hits a dead battery again, so will your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
What did I just say?
Keep your charge.
You must charge this thing 1 hour every single day.
Yes, sir.
What did I just say?
Keep your charge every day.
No, that's not what
No,
he
that's
said.
not what I said. You have to charge your ankle monitor for 1 hour every single day.
1 hour every single day.
What happens if you don't?
I go to jail.
Amen.
Correct. I will not play this game again. 3 strikes, you're out. And I don't care who is in here arguing on your behalf. I will not play this game with you again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Lauren.
All right, Mr. Shelby.
Dan. Hey, bud. Did I say it correctly? Is it Cesar?
That's right, Cesar.
Cesar. Mr. Cesar, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
The officer was dispatched to apartments in Harris County, Texas, in response to a known trespasser. The complainant, a property manager, stated that she knows the defendant by sight and that he has been given several trespass warnings. The complainant told the officer that the defendant is not a resident, that he trespasses in vacant apartments. The witness, a security guard, has personally given the defendant the trespass warnings, including on the day before this incident.
Okay. Mr. Cesar, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to this apartment complex. Do you understand? If you go back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I will not give you any more PR bonds.
Oh,
Just, look, you don't have
I
to,
live there with somebody.
unless you're on a lease, they can forbid you from going there.
What about if you get mail there?
I can't give you legal advice. The only thing I'm going to tell you is that they don't want you to go back there. If you're not on a lease, don't go back there. I'm making that a condition of your bond. Let me ask you this. Are you working at this time?
I ain't working.
What do you do with yourself?
I don't work.
How do you support yourself?
Otherwise,
Sorry?
I said other ways. I work like temp services and shit. I mean,
You want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, sir?
yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you an application. I'm going to have you talk to someone today. They can tell you how to work forward going, but don't go back to this apartment complex. It's just going to go haywire. It's going to go bad. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll give you an application, please. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box, Mr. Cesare. Do you mind filing those conditions, please? Hi, Mr. Gutierrez. I want you to understand that I don't like to keep people in jail. Like, I don't get off on it. I want to make sure that things are done, they're done the right way, and that you don't ever come back. The idea is that you learn, and we get you to understand that, number one, when you have court, you got to come back. Number two, when you have bond conditions, you have to comply. And when you don't, there's serious, serious consequences. You and I have been dancing together for at least 2.5 years, and there have been repeated violations over and over and over. And sometimes me, as a judge, I don't know how to go forward. And that is now. I really don't know how to go forward. And the way that I do it is I have you do the TRAS. The TRAS is an evaluation with clinicians to see, these are licensed people. They ask you all kinds of questions to see how we go forward. That's what we did today. We had you do a TRAS because I don't know how to go forward. Do we do SATIP again? Do we do sober court? Do we do inpatient? I don't know. So we got the TRAS done today. Shatori is telling me it should be back within the next 3 days. So we're not going to just we're not going to just hang you to dry and just forget about you. We'll be back later this week and we'll get a good idea of how to go forward. If they recommend sober court, if they recommend SATIP again, I don't know. I will have issue, I'm going to tell you now, if they say sober court, because the problem with sober court, not the problem, the good thing with sober court is that you're out in the free world. But I know when you are out in the free world, you have a tendency to not comply. Therein lies my issue. So if they say sober court, I don't know how we're going to go forward. I don't. So let's see what they say. I want to keep an open mind so that we'll see what they say. Do you have any questions? Okay. We'll bring you back on Thursday. We'll see what the TRAS says, and then we'll go from there. Okay? All right. I just wanted to bring you out so you know exactly what's happening. Okay? That's it. All right. Thank you. So we'll see you Thursday.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse.
Yes. Thanks.